Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. Prepare 50% faster by embracing the iExamB learning experience. In this video, we are going to talk about the NPS Trust Grade A and B exam 2025, which is going to happen next week, and we will focus on the subject of commerce and accountancy, which is an important part of your exam. A very quick look at the exam pattern and what's the date. So phase 1 will test you on subjects of English language, reasoning, quant, general awareness, and multiple topics on commerce and accountancy, management, finance, data analytics, statistics, Companies Act, Indian Trust Act, economics, and pension sector. Phase 2, you will be tested again on all of these subjects as paper 2, and there will also be a paper 1 related to English and general studies, which will be descriptive in nature. The important thing to note that both these phases will happen on the same day, and as per the notification, the exam will be on the 25th of February, right? Which means you have 12 days for your overall preparation, and you should be focusing on practicing a lot of questions from the various subjects that have been mentioned. And today in this video, we are focusing on commerce and accountancy. Right. For other subjects, we have been doing important MCQ discussion for various subjects related to descriptive English, statistics, Companies Act and Indian Trust Act, and English for phase 1 and phase 2. We have already done videos. You will find the links in the description box in case you have missed any of these videos. Right. Coming to commerce and accountancy, today's topic. सो कॉमर्स एंड अकाउंटेंसी का सिलेबस जो आपको नोटिफिकेशन में भी दिया था, उसमें 6 एस्पेक्ट्स को कवर किया गया है. अकाउंटिंग एज अ फाइनेंशियल information system. So basically this is talking about the basic concepts and rules related to accounting. And then the next is accounting standards. काफ़ी important होते हैं. These accounting standards are given by ICAI, standardized, which helps to standardize the way the accounts are made. So in this special focus is on depreciation, inventories, revenue recognition, fixed assets, foreign exchange transactions, and investments. Your next topic is related to the financial statements with more focus on cash flow statement and fund flow statement, and the analysis of these financial statements, which includes your ratio analysis. This topic should be considered in conjunction with the 6th topic, which is preparation and presentation of company final accounts, right? So आपको सिर्फ financial statements analyze करना नहीं आना चाहिए, आपको उनको present कैसे करते हैं, उनकी preparation कैसे करते हैं, that is also important. Okay, and then the other 2 topics, you can also look them in togetherness as accounting for share transactions, which relate to bonus shares, right shares, ESOPs, employee stock option, which is commonly known as ESOPs, and your buyback of securities. The good part is ये वाले जो topics हैं accounting point of view से भी हैं, and they are also a part of your Companies Act, right? So there is little overlap in terms of understanding these as securities and then their accounting treatment also. In last few days में, if you are still looking to prepare these topics, then your focus area, you can tell, would be on these topics: financial statements with more focus on the cash flow statement, your accounting basics, which will include the accounting terms and various concepts, right? Like, there is materiality, matching, prudence, right? So what all these concepts means, what are the accounting rules, what is assets, liabilities, how do you account for them, right? So these kind of basic understanding of accounting. In your accounting standards, more focus you can give, if you've not been able to go through all, you can give more focus to depreciation, inventory, and investment, and also to some extent the revenue. And in the share transactions, bonus, ESOPs, and buyback can have more importance. This is also a topic from which you can get certain numerical, not necessarily, at least in one of the phases, but because both the phases are happening on the same day, you have to be prepared for overall. So ratios is one of the topics from numerical which is most likely and recurring to come. So you should focus on that. And then certain accounting standards related calculation where basically you're using the concept of the accounting standard in a numerical format. And here inventory and revenue are most likely to be asked in a numerical format, right? So we will discuss certain questions also to understand and see what can be the type of questions that can come from this particular syllabus. And I will suggest you to pause at every question and look for the answer yourself. You will also be able to get to download the PDF of this particular set of questions. So focus more on answering rather than the download aspect. Okay, so the first question, the bank overdraft repayable on demand will be reported in the cash flow statement as. Okay, so ये question आपका financial statements में से है which focuses on cash flow statement. Cash flow statement में तीन type के कैश फ्लोज रिकॉर्ड किए जाते हैं. कैश फ्लोज फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज, फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज, फ्रॉम फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटीज, एंड देन आपकी ओवरऑल कैश पोजीशन दी जाती है बाय मेंशनिंग व्हाट आर द एग्जिस्टिंग कैश एंड कैश इक्विवेलेंट्स, राइट. सो आपका बैंक्स ओवरड्राफ्ट रीपेएबल ऑन डिमांड किस कैटेगरी में फॉल करेगा? द करेक्ट आंसर ओवर हियर इज डी. बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट इज एक्चुअली a cash or a cash equivalent. The important part to note here is only bank overdraft which is repayable on demand is to be considered as a part of your cash management system. Otherwise जो short term loans होते हैं या कोई और facility, working capital facility अगर कंपनी ने ली है वो आपकी cash या cash equivalent नहीं होती है. That will be a part of your financing activities. Okay, moving to the next question, which of the following is an intangible asset, right? Railway sidings, mining rights, leasehold land, plant and machinery, or none of the above. The correct answer here is B, which is the mining rights. Now for this will be easy if you understand what is intangible asset. So intangible asset वो asset होते हैं जो आप ओन तो करते हैं, जो आपकी हेल्प करते हैं वैल्यू एडिशन करने में, बट दे आर नॉट फिजिकली या टैंजिबली पॉसिबल टू सी, राइट. इसलिए माइनिंग राइट्स ये राइट्स हैं आपकी. सो इट इज एन एसेट, दिस विल हेल्प एड वैल्यू टू योर कंपनी, बट आप उसको छू नहीं सकते, वो फिजिकली आप उसको देख नहीं सकते हैं, राइट. सो अदर एग्जांपल्स ऑफ इंटैंजिबल एसेट्स इंक्लूड गुडविल, ब्रांड्स, ट्रेडमार्क, कंप्यूटर सॉफ्टवेयर, publishing titles, copyrights, patents, right? So all these become your intangible asset, whereas plant, machinery, building ये सब आपके tangible assets होते हैं. Okay, before I move on to the next question, let me tell you about the course at iExamB, NPS Grade A and B preparation के लिए we have a comprehensive course which will include your video lessons, आपके short crisp lessons हैं and study notes हैं. You can also practice lot of questions like this at the chapter level, also at the section level, and you will get 5 full length mock test exam pattern में for phase 1 and for phase 2. इसमें भी phase 2 में आपको 5 each मिलेंगे, 5 for descriptive and 5 for the objective part. So आपका जो paper 1 है and जो paper 2 है उन दोनों के लिए separately 5 and 5 each you will get. We are also holding doubt classes for each of these subjects to help you further clarify and practice, and we are currently doing a preparatory week in which you can avail 50% discount on the course by using the code preparatory, right? Moving ahead to the next question, which of the following is a capital expenditure? Okay, so capital expenditure क्या होता है? The expenditure which will give you benefits for more than 1 year, वो non-recurring होता है, right? So inauguration cost of a new plant, overhauling cost of second-hand machinery, cost for improving material efficiency, replacement cost of spare parts, expenses to reduce working cost. अगर आप ये देखेंगे these are recurring, okay, and they are considered as revenue expenditure. While second-hand machinery की जब आप overhauling करते हैं, तो overhauling means कि you are incurring a one-time cost to make that second-hand machinery workable for the long term, and that's why this is considered as a capital capital expenditure, right? So a capital expenditure, as I told you, दो important things है. One, ये long term in nature होता है, more than 1 year इसका benefit रहेगा, and this is non-recurring in nature. Okay, moving to the next question. Which of the following is not an exceptional item in profit and loss account? Write-off of preliminary expenses, abnormal loss on long-term contract, amount received in settlement of insurance claims, sale of investment in subsidiary and associate, or profit and loss from disposal of fixed assets. The correct answer over here is D, sale of investment in subsidiary and associate. Exceptional item क्या होता है? Exceptional item होते हैं जो आपके रेगुलर ऑपरेशनल रेवेन्यू से रिलेटेड नहीं होते, राइट? सो दे आर नॉट रिलेटेड टू देम, बट दे आर स्टिल मटीरियल आइटम्स एंड कोई इवेंट बेस्ड होते हैं जिसके बेसिस पे यू कैन गेट दैट प्रॉफिट और लॉस, राइट? सो वो आपकी ऑर्डिनरी एक्टिविटी से हो सकते हैं, बट दे मे नॉट बी योर ऑपरेशन और योर मेन बिजनेस. ओके, एंड इसके एग्जाम्पल्स इंक्लूड डिस्पोजल ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट्स, disposal of long-term investments, abnormal losses, litigation related settlement, and any settlement of insurance nature. यहाँ पर आप investment, long-term investment disposal से जो मिलता है, that is exceptional. However, अगर आप सेल एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट इन सब्सिडरी एंड एसोसिएट, बिकॉज ये आपकी लॉन्ग टर्म बिजनेस रिलेटेड इन्वेस्टमेंट्स होती हैं, इनको अगर आप लिक्विडेट कर रहे हैं और एनी प्रॉफिट और लॉस इज बीइंग डन ऑन दिस इज कंसिडर्ड एज एन एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी आइटम. ओके, सो एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी आइटम जो होते हैं, दे अराइज ऑन इवेंट्स और ट्रांजैक्शंस दैट आर क्लियरली डिस्टिंक्ट फ्रॉम द ऑर्डिनरी एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द बिजनेस. ओके, so this falls under that. So it is not an exceptional but an extraordinary item. Next question relates to buyback of shares. Which of the following statements is incorrect? Okay, buyback up to 10% of total paid up capital and free reserves of the company can be made simply by a resolution passed by the board of directors. Buyback up to 25% of the total paid up capital and free reserves and 25% of the equity volume is only allowed. The ratio of the aggregate secured and unsecured debt owed by the company after the buyback should not be more than twice the paid up capital and reserves. Buyback capital of equity shares is allowed out of fresh issue of equity shares of that class, or all are correct. The correct answer over here is D. This statement is not correct. आप buyback of shares, नए शेयर्स इशू करके आप वापस से मार्केट से बायबैक कर रहे हैं, दैट इज नॉट अलाउड. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द मिनिमम वेस्टिंग पीरियड इन केस ऑफ ESOPs? ओके, सो आप जो ESOPs देते हैं तो देयर इज स्टेजेस. यू फर्स्ट ग्रांट देम, देन इट वेस्ट्स. आफ्टर वेस्टिंग आप एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हैं, एंड आफ्टर एक्सरसाइजिंग अगर कोई लिक्विडिटी इवेंट है तो आप सेल करके प्रॉफिट बुक कर सकते हैं. सो दैट्स हाउ एन ESOP कैन मूव. सो जो आपका ग्रांट एंड वेस्टिंग कितना मिनिमम पीरियड होना चाहिए, करेक्ट आंसर ओवर हियर इज डी. एटलीस्ट 1 ईयर की वेस्टिंग पीरियड होना चाहिए इन ESOPs. As per the accounting standards, the impairment loss on a revalued asset is recognized as profit and loss, balance sheet, exceptional income, other comprehensive income, or none of the above. The correct answer over here is D, other comprehensive income, right? So अगर आपका कोई impairment loss हो रहा है revalued asset पे, okay, so asset can be revalued or non-revalued. Non-revalued पे अगर होता है तो वो simply आपका profit and loss में दिखाया जाएगा एज एन एक्सेप्शनल इनकम. ओके, लाइक वी टॉक्ड अबाउट अभी एक्सेप्शनल इनकम क्या है. बट अगर वो रीवैल्यूड एसेट है, रीवैल्यूड एसेट का मतलब है उसकी आपने रीअसेसमेंट करी गई है वैल्यू की, एंड यू आर टेकिंग दैट इनटू कंसिडरेशन इन योर बैलेंस शीट. ओके, आपने वैल्यू उसकी रीअसर्टन करके उसको दोबारा से वैल्यू किया है अपनी बैलेंस शीट में, अदरवाइज हम कॉस्ट पे रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, राइट? सो दिस हैज़ बीन रीवैल्यूड. अगर उसमें आपका कोई लॉस होता है या गेन होता है, देन हाउ इज इट शोन? It will be considered as other comprehensive income. Okay, now we will also take up few numericals. Okay, so we discussed certain conceptual questions, but as I told you, commerce and accountancy में आपके numericals भी आ सकते हैं, right? So this is one numerical which is an example of Ind AS दैट इज अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड की आप कॉन्सेप्चुअल नॉलेज यूज कर रहे हैं इन अ न्यूमेरिकल फॉर्म. ओके, सो कंपनी परचेज 50,000 यूनिट्स ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल एट ₹2 पर यूनिट. ओके, सो आपने परचेज किया, आपकी परचेज कॉस्ट क्या हो गई? 1 लाख. हाउ? 50,000 आपने यूनिट्स परचेज किए हैं एट ₹2, सो आपको 1 लाख रुपीज की आपकी वैल्यू है ऑफ दीज रॉ मटेरियल परचेज. At what value will the raw material inventory be recorded in the books of accounts if the market price of the units as on 31st March 2024 is 1.6 per unit? Okay, so उस दिन हमें अपनी बैलेंस शीट में रिकॉर्ड करने हैं रॉ मटेरियल इन्वेंट्री, right? So मेरी इन्वेंट्री की कॉस्ट क्या होगी? Now I have to understand what Ind AS about inventory says. Okay, so if I know that, I will know the answer. So the Ind AS about inventory says that I have to record the value of inventory at lower of the cost or NRV, net realizable वैल्यू. नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू क्या है? जो आपको वैल्यू रियलाइज कर सकते हो, वो क्या होगी? आपकी मार्केट प्राइस दिखा रहा है. सो विच इज लोअर, ₹2 और 1.6? So 1.6 is lower. So I will record 50k units at 1.6 each, right? And that's why my answer is 80,000. Okay, so here the question was simple, it was numerical, but all you needed was conceptual understanding of Ind AS. Okay, next question. ये question आपका ratios से है, ratios topic से. A company reported net profit ratio of 5%, right? So मेरा net profit is 5%. मेरा return on assets is 9%. My total assets are 90 lakh and I have to find my total turnover, asset turnover. Now what is my total asset turnover? Okay, so to be able to find this, first I need to know what my total asset what my total asset turnover is, right? And then I have to use that information to find the missing piece. So I already know this is given by sales by total assets. I already know what my total assets are, right? 90 lakh. What I don't know is sales. So I need to find sales, and I will use this information to find sales, right? And how do I do that? I do that, just look at this. I know that my return on assets, okay, my return on assets is given by net profit by total assets. Because I know my total assets, it will help me to find out my net profit. So my net profit turns out to be 8,10,000. And then I use this information by using the net profit ratio, because net profit ratio is given by net profit by sales, right? So I know it is 5%. So I can find the missing link of sales from this information, which is 162 lakh. And now I have both the information, sales and total assets, and simply I have to put that in the formula to find my answer, which is 1.8 times, right? So here you had to use multiple ratios to arrive at a single value. Many times the most common ratio questions that are asked, they are asked related to calculation of current ratio or debt equity ratio or proprietary ratio. These are some of the most, I'm not saying this will only come, but these are some of the most common ratios that are asked in exams. One more numerical we will do. Again, this is based on understanding of accounting standards. The company paid ₹15 lakh for a machine which is imported from Germany. The machine was tested at a cost of 18,000, and the company also spent on the freight and installation to the tune of 25,000 and 40,000 respectively. What will be the cost of the machine as per the accounting standards, right? So what will the total cost is what I will account for, right? Now the accounting standards, if you read, related to plant and machinery, okay, basically it's called PPE, okay, property, plant and equipment. Okay, this particular states that the cost will include every cost that has this incurred to make that particular machinery operational and workable. So it will include your purchase price. It will also include anything which is directly attributable to bring the asset to the condition and location where it has to be operated, and any initial estimate of cost for removing or dismantling an item and restoring at a particular site again. that will also be included. So the key is you have to make the asset operational. Okay, so that's why we will include all these costs, because the freight and installation has been incurred to make it operational, and you've also done the testing to ensure it is workable. So all of these costs will actually be added, and therefore your answer is B over here, 15.83 lakh, right? So that's all for today. However, before I close, I have one more question to ask you, for which you can reply in the comments box. The question is, if a company forfeits certain equity shares and later on reissues them, then any profit that the company makes on reissuing of the forfeited shares, where will it be accounted for? Will it be accounted for in the securities premium reserve, or as capital redemption reserve, or as capital reserve, general reserve, or statutory reserve? Okay, so please give your answers in the comment box, and also your reason to why it should be in that particular reserve. So that's all for today. Wishing you all the best. Please prepare well. The exam is on 25th of Feb, and we will be coming out with important questions from different subjects. So please remember to subscribe to the channel if you've not already done that, and press the bell icon to get the updates of the latest videos. If you have any other query, you can reach out to us at hello@iexamb.com or call us at 920-552-4028. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.